Hello, this is Spidey1958, and welcome to my brand new Let's Play for Empyrion Galactic Survival. This is an early release. It just became available recently on Steam, and I've been playing around with it, and actually I've been enjoying it, so I thought I'd go ahead and do a Let's Play. So let's go ahead and get started here, and I will try to impart what little wisdom I have gained in playing around with it as we go on. So first thing we want to do is do a new game. Right now you only have one really choice, but we'll call this game Spidey's Let's Play. Well, take that. I don't think it takes spaces. Yep, it took that. So right now it's basically you just have the Omicron planet that you spawn in here with your landing craft and that, and I heard something nasty. So first thing, there's some cargo pods here and a couple things that we need to get going. So first thing we need to do, oh, I discovered some resources. So first thing we want to do is pull out the fuel packs, the oxygen. We'll need the oxygen generator at some point. And we'll take the portable work light. We'll leave that in there for now. We'll need that later. And here we have our flashlight, our projectile pistol. Oh, we already have one. We'll leave that behind. But we will take the ammo. Purified water, antidotes, emergency rations, drill charges for our drill, fill and flatten charges for our fill and flattener, a fill and flattener tool, and our small med kit. Okay, we're going to go over here with the oxygen. These are our small oxygen tanks, and we're going to put some oxygen in here because we will need that later. Okay, then we're going to run over here. Go in here. And we're going to put 3 fuel in here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And over here we have our raw resources that came down with us. So we're going to go ahead and grab those. Those and the others I think we don't need yet, so we'll leave those in there for the moment. And in here we have our plant stuff that we'll need much later. Okay, so up here is our builder. We're going to go ahead and put our raw resources in here. Okay, and then we got to crawl into the cockpit, so let's go ahead and get into the cockpit. Press Y to turn on our power, and then get out of the cockpit. So we now have power. So we're going to go here to our machine. And the first thing we're going to build here is we're going to go to Components. And build as many power things as we can out of the promethium pellets we have. And that will just go on building, and we can go on and do some other stuff while that's running. One of the first things I want to do is take our extra 2 power things and run over here. Let's go ahead and run a little. Run. Now there's all sorts of plants here you can harvest. You can tell if you harvest it when you get close, you'll get that little yellow cursor, and then you can hit T and harvest stuff. Almost everything has a use. Well, everything does have a use. It's just you may not be able to use it until you get farther into some stuff. So we'll just gather everything as we wander towards there. I thought at first this was a creature with its head in its sand, but it's actually some sort of plant. And it's not ready to harvest. And closer. You're not ready to harvest. Okay. There are at least 2 types of creatures that I've found that are hostile. There's this sort of scorpion-looking thing that's really nasty because it like injects you with an alien parasite. And then there's this like 3-eyed thing that will also attack you. So there we got that. So now we want to go and put down our oxygen generator. It's much more efficient if you put it in water. So we're going to go ahead and I don't know how much water we need to have it be efficient. Put a couple power cores in it. Whoops. They have to go in the actual energy area. So this is 80% efficient. So this will make more bottles of air for us. So we'll just leave that running. So that will give us air, which is our first most crucial is oxygen. And let's run up here again. Power stuff should be done. So then we want to build a couple other things. So we want to get a basic base going. Is this one ready to harvest? This one's ready to harvest. What did that give us? That gave us a kura fruit, which looks like it's actually a food source. So let's go ahead and put it down here. It only does 50 food. I don't know if that's enough to... Let's eat it. There we are. That got us up and going. I don't know if what this thing is. Can we harvest it? At least not yet. Looks like I could shoot it. Okay. So let's go ahead now that we've got our charges there. That gives us enough power for a while. So the next thing I want to build is probably the core for laying out our building. So to build that, I'm going to need 8 hull blocks. And to build hull blocks, I'm going to need metal plates. And so we're going to need 8 metal plates, or 16 metal plates. So metal plates over over here. Excuse me for that coughing fit. So metal plates. And why did we suddenly lag like crazy? I haven't had this problem. Must be the recording. Well, let me check here. Maybe I am low on space. Okay, I'm back. The problem should be fixed. And that, I also discovered that the key that turns on my recording also turns off the HUD. So I had to do some rearranging in that. But we should be back, and hopefully now everything's hunky-dory. So let's go ahead and go in here. The next thing I think I need is the remove and repair tool, which just takes 4 metal components, electronics, and a cable. So if we go over here to components, so we need 4 metal components, electronics, and a cable. And then we should be able to build, whoops, wrong one, our remove tool. And you can queue all this stuff up in advance like that, so that works well. I gotta keep an eye on my food and my oxygen and all that sort of stuff. Okay, that gives me the basic tool. Now we need a remove and repair a charge, which takes 10 metal pieces. Whoops. Metal pieces. I get 10 for one build, so we will do that. Okay, so now we should be able to build our repair charge. I go to the right tab. Okay, so the next thing we need to build is going to be a generator and fuel for our base. Well, actually, no, we need to build our 8 blocks. And to build our 8 blocks, we need 16 of these, so we need to build 2 of those. Okay. Now we can figure out what we need for the generator. And you got to get the right generator, otherwise you have problems. Small generator, that's what we want. So the small generator requires a whole bunch of stuff. A reactor core, the computers and the reactor core, and the capacitor devices are all stuff we'll have to build. So how many do we need of each? 1 reactor core, 2 capacitor banks, and 2 computers. Okay? So the reactor core takes a motor, 3 pipes. Okay, so let's get 3 pipes. And before I forget, we need to go over here and build our 8 hull blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which means I'll need to build. I won't have enough to actually build it because I used some of that. And it should just stop building once it gets to that point. So let's pull this out, put it over here, and pull these out. Okay, so I need 1 more of those. And then I can build 1 of these, except I need to get the core, which is over here somewhere. It gets really dark here at night, by the way. T. Wrong one. T. There we go, core. T. Okay, so we'll build our base core. Okay, now back to building our fusion. So we've got our 3 pipes. We need a motor, which is 2 metal, 3 cables, and electronics. So electronics, 3 cables, and 2 metal. And then that will build our electric motor. And what else do we need? We need 3 electronics. 1, 2, 3. 3 more cables. 10 metal components. And the capacitor drives are going to take 3 cables and some components. But let's wait for these to get done. So I'm going to need 3 more cables. And then we'll need metal components, but we'll have to wait till those are done. Oh, I guess I can do that in 1, 2, 3. Okay, So that should produce for a little while. While that's producing, let's go look around and gather some resources. Actually, I probably should recharge my oxygen. So the way you do that is you go over here to, this is the oxygen charger, and you stand next to it. Voila, my oxygen is recharged. And let's check our tank here. I mostly emptied it, so let's put some more oxygen in there for us. Do you do anything yet? Nope, you just like sit there and chill. How about you? Nope, nothing from you yet. How about you guys? Ooh, plasma. Plasma is basically used for making health packs. The fact that I'm getting it from alien plants, well, that's another issue. I think this is the Corba fruit thing. And I have no idea what this gives me. Let's go find out. Textured plant protein. I bet I can use that in my food processor to make textured plant stuff. Oh well, we're surviving. We can't have fancy foods. If we have to eat textured plant protein, well then we'll eat textured plant protein and be glad of it. Okay, let's see where we are in our processing. Okay, looks like that stuff's done. So what else do we need for our power generator? Small generator. Wow, it says we don't have any of the stuff we need. Oh, I didn't build the reactor core yet, did I? So reactor core, I need 3 more electronics. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, what else do we need for it? While that's cooking up, we're going to need 10 metal components and the 2, oh that's right, the 2 capacitor banks. So to build those, we need 6 more electronics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which I should have waited till that. Wish there was a way to be able to chain everything up so that you don't get stuck like that. Okay, what else do I need for? I'm going to need 3 cables and 8 metal, so we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And 3 more cables. 1, 2, 3. And then we should be able to build 2 of those. Of course, I may have to take stuff out to have enough room. That stuffed. Oh, looks like I already built 1 capacitor device. Oh, I needed a capacitor device for that. And so I probably need computers too, don't I? I need 2 computers. So to build computers, I'm going to need 2 control devices. 1, 2. And I'm going to need more cables. More metal components. Oh, I didn't want to do that one yet. And oh, ran out of power, I bet. Let's go ahead and just fill up this old reactor here. Okay. Okay, what else do I need for this? I got the control drives. I'm going to need cables once these cables are done. So, yep, I'm going to need 2 more cables. 1, 2. I may be making more than I need. Apparently I am. Well, I must have already made a capacitor and not paid any attention. Well, that's not good. Waste of resources. Easy to do in this game. Okay. So then I need 2 control devices, 3 electronics, and 12 metal components. Whoops. 12 metal components. Let's look one more time here. I need 12 metal components. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Three electronics, 2 computers. The 2 computers should now be done. Why are my computers not done? There should be computers here. I guess there's a lot more storage there than I thought. Okay, so after the computers, that's everything I need, is just the computers. Well, depending on what I run out of. Nope, all I need now are the computers. We'll probably get the basics of our base started, and so go ahead where that's going on, and let's get well, we got enough to make 9 of those. So let's make 9 of those. Okay, where are we? Here, we want to make our power generator. Oh, we're still missing something. 2 control devices and 3 electronics. I used them for the other things. I don't know what I'm going to use with the capacitor device. That was probably just pure waste. Okay, so that's that. And now we need the small fuel, which can be CV or VA. If you check them, they'll tell you what they can be used on. Like this can be used on ground vehicles or space vehicles, but not bases. And this can be used on ground vehicles or bases. So to make this, well, can I get rid of that? Well, it won't make it anyway. So I'm going to need 4 electronics. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four metal components and 3 cables. I have the cables, so I'm just going to need the metal components. And the more complicated something is, of course, the longer it takes to build. Now let's check one more thing while we're sitting here. And that would be cargo box. 3 more metal plates, okay, and a control device. That's easy enough. 1 of those and 2 of those. And we'll build 1 of those. And I didn't queue up 1 of those. Okay. wait for that to finish crafting. How's my oxygen doing? Okay. Food's doing okay. Now food spoils in your inventory. So ultimately I will have to build an air conditioner or a refrigerator. Have anything else here that I can eat? Oh, another fruit. They're not great sources of food, but they keep me from starving to death. Whoops, I hear something hostile. Oh, those don't attack. Okay, so there is our small generator. There's our 9 building blocks. I don't see our cargo container. What are we missing on our cargo container? 3 more metal plates. I have metal plates. Oh, metal plates. Duh. That's why. Oh, I forgot it makes 10 at a time. Oh well, we need them to make armored hull anyway. So let's go ahead and if you shift click on these, it will make 10 at a time. And I got some extra stuff down here, but that's alright. The only thing that's really a waste is the capacitor. I don't think there's an unequipped thing. So let's check this out. Whoops, where'd you go? Okay, so range 8 ammo. That's the flatten tool. Where didn't I make? That's the drill. Could have sworn I made the other tool. I dropped. Oh, there it is. I dropped it. Okay. So it needs to be reloaded. So let's go ahead and select it and reload. There we go. Everything counts as ammo. Okay, so there is our container and our additional blocks. And let's go build the beginning of our great base. I think I'm going to build it near my oxygen. Oh, there's a wreck over there. I'm going to build it by wherever I put my oxygen thingy, which I think was over here. Wow, that wreck is close. Well, relatively speaking. Once I get the basic base up, I'm probably going to have to mine. I think I found iron over there and fuel over there. And sandworms. And out there should be our oxygen builder. So we'll build near our oxygen maker thingy. Then we'll probably get our basic base up and then probably call it an episode. So let's see. There's that. There's our basic base. There's our generator, our cargo container, and our fuel. So first thing, we want to put down our base. It has to be on someplace flat. So let's build it right here on the edge of the water. And I just realized something I'm going to have to build to be able to get into my base, which is a ramp. That was silly of me, wasn't it? think this is like Space Engineers, that the power is translated through the blocks of the ship, or the base in this case. Oh, so I have 3 left. Okay, let's run back to our building thing and make some ramps. I probably should turn off the ship to save fuel. T. Okay, so we need one of you. And you take what, 2? It takes 2 metal plates. So let's go 1 and that. We'll leave that running. We'll take our ramp. And where's the, I think this is the middle. So let's go ahead and get our rampy thing. Ramp, 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 ramp. Okay, and home I think rotates it. Am I in the right place? Yep. So now we can run up here. And let's see, generator. Let's put our generator down right there. And then put our fuel down right there. And let's put our cargo container right there. And then we'll go ahead and go in here. Fill that up with power. So it's nothing's using power yet. And I think at this point we will call it an episode. Where's my ramp? There it is. And that. I will probably put a little more off-camera stuff on the base and that. And the next episode we'll start building some of the devices for the base and probably go mining, because you don't want to run out of fuel for your power sources. It would be really bad. So, as always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And if you disliked the episode, leaving me a dislike's fine. But please leave a comment saying why you disliked the episode. As always, this is Spidey1958, and have fun gaming.